Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel AQIB TJ. Have you ever wondered how we measure a country's economic strength? How do we know if an economy is growing or slowing down? The answer is GDP. And today, we're going to break it down in the simplest way possible. What is GDP? GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product. It is the total value of all goods and services produced within a country during a specific period of time, usually a year. Simple meaning. GDP shows how much a country is producing and earning. Types of GDP. Now let's understand the main types of GDP. Nominal GDP. Measured using current market prices. Real GDP. Adjusted for inflation gives a more accurate picture. GDP per capita. GDP divided by population shows average income per person. Why GDP is important. GDP is one of the most important indicators of an economy. How's economic growth? Helps create jobs. Attracts investment. Compares countries' performance. Higher GDP strong economy. Lower GDP weak economy. A growing GDP is good. But what really matters is how that growth benefits people. Real-life impact. GDP affects your daily life in many ways. Job opportunities. Business growth. Government spending. Standard of living. GDP, or gross domestic product, is the total value of all goods and services produced within a country over a specific period. But GDP is not just a number. It tells a complete story about an economy. 3 ways to calculate GDP. GDP can actually be measured in 3 different ways. Production method. Adds the value of all goods and services produced. Income method. Adds all incomes earned, wages, rent, profit, and taxes. Expenditure method. This is the most commonly used method. GDP equals C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Consumption. Investment. Government spending. Net exports. GDP growth rate. More important than GDP itself is the growth rate. If GDP is increasing, economy is growing. If GDP is decreasing, economy may be in recession. Real versus nominal GDP. Let's clear a very important confusion. Nominal GDP includes price changes. Inflation. Real GDP shows true economic growth. What is US GDP? GDP, or gross domestic product, measures the total value of all goods and services produced in a country. In the case of the United States, GDP represents everything produced from technology and cars to healthcare and services. Size of U.S. economy. The United States has the largest GDP in the world, worth trillions of dollars. This means huge production, strong businesses, high consumer spending. If you found this helpful, like, share, subscribe for more simple and powerful finance content.